What is up? How's it going, everyone? So happy to have you on another awesome episode of the Comics Lounge. Kanshu, good to see you. Congrats on becoming a member. That's absolutely amazing. Night of the Kanshu became a YouTube member at the Amazing Lounger. Um, Make sure you go check out our different loungers, our different levels of lounging, and that's what's up. I can't wait to see what you guys do with all of that, and it should be absolutely amazing. And Alex, how's it going, buddy?
Hello. It's going good. How's it going with you, Chris?
Going good. Decided not to join Max.
Oh no, I was initially going to be here for like 30 minutes, then go to Max. But then Max
Oh,
just messaged me that she's not doing it tonight.
okay.
So you get me, unfortunately, for the whole time.
Unfortunately, I'm excited. It's actually really
Sorry.
awesome because
Yeah.
I'm so happy to talk about all the craziness that is Kraven
I like to hear
and
it.
the different iterations of Kraven and whatnot. My first exposure to Kraven was
Hey, wait, wait. I'm
what's up,
excited.
Wayways?
Where's your
My
sugar
first
daddy, Wayways?
my first exposure to Kraven was the Spider-Man animated series and kind of just like blew up from there. Kraven is just a really amazing villain and anti-hero.
Mm.
Um, One that we've seen in many different aspects between Kraven's Last Hunt, the Hunted storyline that came out in 2018, that series with Nick Spencer on the helm with the pencil and writing all of it. And then recently in the Beyond era, we saw Craven and Ben Riley go at it.
Is that
So,
the
I mean,
newest one?
yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
all over the place right now. But what do we know so far about the Craven movie? And
Oh,
Alex,
very
when
quick.
did you first get introduced to Craven?
Oh, yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah. I was first introduced to Craven. Uh, it wasn't like any show or comics. Like it wasn't a book. It was an encyclopedia to Spider-Man or like all things Spider-Man when I was younger. I don't know what happened to this book. I just remember that my mom got me this book, and I used to read it all the time because that's where I was introduced to a lot of the villains. And Kraven was the one that
Yeah.
stuck out to me because I don't know, something about him was really cool about like hunting and the animals he wore. Like something about him
Yeah.
always stuck with me. Like I always went back to that page or those 2 pages he was on and read about him. Um, but yeah, I don't know if you saw this book. It was like a white. It was like a kind of a big book, kind of thin. I don't know if you saw.
Okay.
It was like probably like in the early 2000s. I haven't come across it anymore. And it was white and a Spider-Man in the cover. I don't know. It was like all things Spider-Man, Spider-Man Encyclopedia.
Okay. I've got a few different books. I think I have a Spider-Man encyclopedia one
Yeah,
somewhere around here. I'll have
that's
to take a
no.
look.
I know that was my favorite book. I was going reading about it, and it's that's when I also was introduced to Venom too, because like
Yeah.
the coolest drawing ever. It's like dang, yeah, that's where I was first introduced to Craven, and as I grew, and then when I started about the comics, I started reading more about Craven too. I haven't had any common issues with Craven in it. Just more like on Wikipedia and like fan sites, so I can boost up my knowledge of him. He's always pretty cool. Like he always reminded me like um I don't know. Like you ever seen the Samurai Jack episode? What do you
Yes.
watch Samurai Jack? You know those like those hunters?
I know what you're talking about. I don't watch it like
Yeah,
religiously every week, but I know what you mean.
yeah. I mean, I just remember I binge watched it like a few months ago because it's been a long time. But yeah, like those always kind of remind me of like Craven, and always hunting and everything similar. Not
Okay.
exactly, but the aspect of hunting, like wanting to hunt something for challenge for sport, and it's getting human. And it also kind of reminds me of like the Predator, kind of the
Yeah,
deadliest hunter. Like I would
definitely.
love to see a crossover. 'Cause I don't think they've ever did the crossovers when even when they did it. Wait,
Um,
no, only DC did the crossover with Predator, right?
I
Marvel
believe
hasn't done it
so.
yet.
I don't think
Yeah.
Marvel's done it.
Oh, it would be cool if Marvel did a Predator Kraven crossover.
Yeah.
Like I know last year when they were doing the Alien covers, Alien versus covers, they were supposed to do Predator versus covers um, towards the end of the year, but they got pushed back. So it'd be kind of
Oh
cool
yeah.
if they redo it, and if there's like a cool Kraven comic with this new movie coming out, maybe they might reboot a series or something to add a new cover, Kraven and the Predator. I think that would be really cool.
That would be really sweet. The one thing I like about Kraven is the different aspects that we get to see of him.
Mm-hmm.
And like sometimes you see that side of him where his mind's just been completely destroyed and he's doing this because he doesn't really have control, but at the same time he's kind of in control. Like he's such an interesting and well-developed character for a villain, and I feel like that's why Spider-Man has one of the best rogues galleries, because he has villains who are as smart as he is and can really keep up with him on an intellectual, physical, and just downright badass level.
No, and he's only human too.
Yeah.
Which is the coolest part too. That always surprised me that he's able to keep up with Spider-Man. Hi, Cade. How's
What's
it
up,
going?
Cade? That book sticks in mind from the 90s is ASM with a yellow cover and a purple Spidey Slayer drowning Spider-Man. Yeah.
Mm.
So, like you said, like the coolest aspect about Kraven is he is purely human. Like he doesn't have like this genetic marker, or he's not a mutant, he's not an alien, he's just an amazing hunter. And he's a hunter to the point where he's devoted his entire life to basically doing what he does best. And I mean, that's kind of amazing.
Yeah, I think that is truly amazing. Here we are with our Spider-Man theme again. I think maybe it could be the Spidey Lounge, just saying.
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking
Yeah,
about changing the name to Spider-Man Theory.
yeah. I wasn't gonna say anything, Cade, but I'm glad you brought it. I'm just kidding. This is so many. I was gonna let him roll with it for a little bit longer.
So I
No,
actually
but
was
it's
talking
cool.
to Cade that is kind of the game plan if this continues to go well. Like this, just these talks about Spider-Man and whatnot, and the channel starts blowing up because we're consistently talking about Spider-Man. We're always doing these fun things with Spidey, and these theories that I'm putting out there are keep coming true and whatnot. If that continues to blow up by the end of this year, I will change the name and the logo and just like rebrand the channel as Spider-Man Theory.
That's cool. So I was reading Weiwei's comments. I heard you. Like he takes something? I didn't know that. What does he take? Raven does take something to up his skills. Or am I misreading that?
He does. Wayways is right. He does have like a pill or something to
Oh, what, he's on steroids?
enhance.
Man, my idols. I knew I shouldn't talk about my idols like this. I'm just kidding. I wanted to be just like him growing up, but now I know that I can never achieve it because he takes steroids. Dang
I
it,
don't
Weiwei.
think it's by choice though. I
I
thought
know.
in the animated series it was because he had a degenerative disease, or there was
Disease.
something going on that he needed um to take it in order to continue to survive, and it like messed with his mind, which is why in the animated series they kind of played that.
Oh, okay. I actually looked it up. Sorry, I was
Hey,
burping.
you're good.
Regularly ingesting the potion made from various unnamed jungle herbs, Kraven grants himself superhuman physical abilities, making him a physical threat to Spider-Man. though these powers are not as developed as those possessed by Spider-Man. So he takes herbs.
So not steroids.
No. So it's natural. Don't do drugs, no nugs, no dino nugs.
Me not to use it in its current form under any circumstances. I had to get him to come back with me. I followed him. That was a big mistake. Oh. Stop! Sergei was seriously injured. There seemed to be no hope, nothing I could do to save my love. As I watched his condition deteriorate, I made a decision, one that still haunts me.
Oh, she's pouring oil on those muscles.
Sergei's recovery was immediate. It was a miracle. But my greatest fear came true. New instincts burned in his blood. Gradually, he became more primal, more bestial. He started hunting like a jungle animal.
So, like, that's the way they kind of take it in the show.
I would like to say, Cade, I love Dino Nuggets. Dino Nuggets are the bomb. Have you tried Dino Nuggets before?
I actually had Dino Nuggets last night.
Damn, I love eating Dino Nuggets. And mac and cheese. I don't know. Sometimes when you're bored, you just make them fight, dip it in ketchup. Oh no! That's what my sister did one time, like a few years ago. It was weird. My sister and we were eating, and she's sitting across from me, and she's like, "Oh no!" She bit it off, put it in the ketchup. My sister's funny. She's older than me, but she has the least sense of humor. But it's funny because she's like, "Oh no!" It was the weirdest and funniest sight ever. Yeah, I was thinking that, like,
I love this.
Did he absorb it through the skin? Because she just poured it on him. Yep. It's like, how quick did he absorb that? Like, if anything, it would have slid off.
Right? And I love that he just got attacked by a bunch of wild beasts. He was perfectly okay before. All of a sudden, his shirt is ripped and there's no cuts. But you see these gigantic muscles. Like, everyone in the 94 Spider-Man animated series was thick as could be. Everyone.
Except for the women. I'm just kidding.
Well, Black Cat.
Yeah.
Especially after Black Cat takes a super soldier serum.
That is true, Kate. That is true. That is true.
So, real quick story. My wife and I came back from hockey last night. It was like 11 o'clock. And my wife's like, I really want some chicken nuggets. And I'm like, there's nowhere that's open right now. Like, everything closes at 11 around here. And we had just had chicken nuggets, my son, and we bought dinosaur chicken nuggets for my kids. And we had like finished up all of the adult chicken nuggets and chicken fingers. And I was like, well, all that we have left is like dinosaur chicken nuggets. She goes, so I'm like, okay, I guess we're having dinosaur chicken nuggets at 11 o'clock at night. We're children. Who cares?
Dude, I've done that before. Actually, yeah, I think I've done that before. I made mac and cheese and dino nuggets one time, 11 o'clock. Oh yeah, because this is when I was dancing. This is like when I was dancing like 5 hours one night. It takes a lot of calories out of you, burns a lot of energy. Came on, I was super hungry. I was like, yo, I'm just gonna put some dino nuggets, make mac and cheese, put that shit on. I ate it in front. I watched some TV. I think it's like everyone else was asleep, and I was just chilling, like. I'm a grown man, but I love these dino nuggets. You can't go wrong. Dino nuggets are the bomb. I was wondering about the serum. Like, she made it just in case case he's injured. She's just carrying that around. Yeah, dude. It's like you gotta be prepared for when a shirtless man is injured, a buff shirtless man. You gotta make sure you put that on there. I think that's their agenda. It's like I've been training my whole life for this, so we just gotta. I do it. But it's like, what is he, SpongeBob? Is he absorbing it like that fast? Like,
So my thought is, in real life, if you got attacked by a bunch, I think they were hyenas.
yeah,
If you got attacked by them, and they were able to cut open your shirt, you're gonna have cuts on your body, and they just don't want to show the kids that.
yeah.
So it got absorbed through the cuts. Like that's what she was basically healing with the serum. But
how did he not wake up from the pain? It's like, oh my god! I'll be like yelling, like, why? But it's funny. I was thinking this whole time, like, yo, this could have been a cool origin story.
Yeah,
Hyena Man.
I gotta say, the '90s version of Kraven was really good. So, like, this is from another episode later on when Spidey actually gets to fight Kraven.
Robbie!
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, Kraven is so smart that
I don't know.
he doesn't even set off the Spidey sense of Spider-Man.
Yet, your friend is lost.
That Russian accent, though.
Yeah.
Oh, the fat spider. Oh, the tick.
Kraven, let Robbie go. Leave him out of this. He's innocent. We had a deal, and your time is up. Your smoke screen's no match for my spider sense. You're nothing but an animal. I know evil and good, fears and delights, the silver of the Prussian moons, the crimson of the Prussian nights. Quoting souls and meats and doesn't make you human.
Sergey! I'm here! Let him go!
Doc, wait! Niet! Mariah, no!
Oh, no.
Mariah! You okay? Spider-Man! Get me out of here! Uh-oh. Have to do this the hard way. Not bad for a guy
It's a
with busted
really
web shooter, huh?
bad way,
Whoa.
bad
I'm
time
so
to
glad
run
you
out of
showed
webs.
up. I'm sorry I put you in such danger, my friend.
What's up, Loveface?
Kraven, hang on!
Sergey!
He's been badly wounded.
You can put the serum on him again?
And he's wounded again.
Open the shirt. We gotta put this on him again. Yeah, I blocked a bot.
Interesting.
Why, Cade? They said they wanted, the girls want
So with
Spider
everything
sense
going
being
on in the
smoking.
world, maybe Kraven wasn't the best to do this week. But
yeah, dude, like he's Russian. I mean, we're talking about those.
the Comics Lounge isn't as woke as we like to assume, because we're
Well,
also
some of
showing
us
killing
are.
trees.
Some of us aren't. I'm just kidding. He doesn't speak for everyone. I'm just kidding.
I love how he blew up a tree at the very base of it, and all it did was fall over. It didn't like explode.
Yeah, it's like I'm pretty sure if I blew a tree up at his base, that would not happen. Why you stop it? I was watching it, dude.
I made my point, Ways.
We're not here for entertainment ways. We're here for serious discussions. We're not your show ponies.
I don't want to get blocked again on YouTube and not be able to be monetized one more time. Like Christ. Can't show too much Ways. YouTube will take us down. That's exactly what it is. And so basically, as long as I say that this is us doing commentary on the show, we're good. Like that's the way to do it. You
So
just have
basically,
to fight it and say, hey, this was commentary on this. It's fair use. We're good to go.
so we could play the episode as long as we talk like every 10 seconds.
Pretty much. We basically have to make it be like a director's cut, a director's commentary.
The Comics Lounge commentary edition.
That's why when like you go to do watch parties with other channels, they can't actually watch it. They're watching it, you're watching their reaction, and you're watching it with them, which sucks because then it's like not really a watch party, but at the same time I guess it kind of is. I don't know.
That's true. Oh, wait,
it was
that the
taken
live?
down?
Was
Like
that the live we did a couple days ago? I'm sorry that I missed it. Jade. Oh man, yeah, that sucks.
So one of the things that I found that Max actually taught me was as long as you fight it, you have to dispute it. So I'm actually doing that right now. I'll show you, Cade, because this kind of pertains to what we're talking about real quick. And basically what you need to do, there's all our wonderful members. That's not updated though. That's before our channel got unmonetized, or remonetized, I should say. So here's my content. Here's the one with the copyright claim. Basically, all I had to do was go in here, say, tell them that basically this is me making a commentary on this scene. That's all it is. I am not actually doing anything. They're putting it in monetization escrow. So I'll earn revenue on the 25 views this wonderful video has until they come back and basically say, oh, that's okay, we're good with it. I did the same thing on one of my Miles Morales videos. I think it's this one right here. Madam Web brings Miles. I did it on that one, and it's now monetized by me. It's not an escrow. There's nothing wrong with it. So definitely always do that, Cade, because that will kind of bring you back to the light and not be on the dark side of YouTube.
What's wrong with the dark side?
They blocked it. Anything showing the cartoon. That's crazy. Unremonetized. Yeah, pretty much. Basically, I got unmonetized in the middle of January. I reapplied on Monday, and they remonetized me today. Whew. Well, don't be watching whole videos, Cade.
Dude, what cartoon was it? What cartoon was it, Cade?
While he's answering that, I have to ask, what do you think about Aaron Taylor Johnson playing Kraven?
Aaron Taylor Johnson. Let me look him up again to refresh my mind.
Quicksilver.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, he's gonna have to buff up a lot, but
yeah,
I mean,
he's skinny. I don't know. Like, I don't know how I feel about him. He has the face, yeah, but not the physique.
Yeah.
Like,
he has a really good Eastern Bloc accent, that's for sure.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. Like for me, I could have chosen Tom Hardy for it, because I've seen it. Like he has Wayne and everything, and he has the face too for it. If you got his beard, and everything. And he has a physique actually. Because have you seen Warrior?
No.
Oh, you should watch it. It's actually a good movie. It's about UFC. But it's not solely about UFC. It's about like a guy struggling to make payments on his house, and it was the only way to do it is to enter the UFC because he used to be an ex-fighter. But there are also two brothers, which is him and Tom Hardy's the brother. They enter the same tournament. I won't spoil it too much for you, but you should watch it. But in that, I'm bringing that up because in that physique, his physique was like, damn,
Yeah.
like he looked bigger than he was in Bane. And when he
Really?
was playing Bane, yeah, Tom Hardy in Warrior was like strong. I was surprised, like why didn't he look like that for Bane? But maybe it was a
Yeah.
different physique, that like a different muscle tone they were going for with Bane.
Yeah,
Not
it
like
was
a fighter's
interesting the way
body.
they did Bane.
Yeah, like a different, like not like a fighter's body,
Yeah.
because he has a fighter's body in Warrior, but this looks like it's a different kind of like muscle tone they wanted for Bane. But yeah,
I have to say, I'm really glad they didn't do Bane like they did in the comics and the shows, where like he
yeah,
got so buff, he's just like walking around, and I'm like, it's silly. It's
yeah,
not live action enough.
yeah. Like
That-
if you look up Tom Hardy Warrior, that physique I wish they would have done for Bane. But
okay.
yeah, like he's like really fit for that. Like he has the physique for Kraven, but uh, Aaron Taylor Johnson, he has a face. I like his accent. Um, but he needs to bulk up a lot for
Yeah.
Kraven. Because Kraven's not like a lean, like he's fit, but he's not like a lean fit.
No, he's not. He's muscular. And I mean,
Yeah,
whenever we've seen him in the comics when he's not like that overly buff guy,
yeah,
he's toned. He's tall and like ready to fight at all times, and I feel like he's a normal guy, but he has some definition to the point where not to mess with him. Almost like a John Cena type of body.
yeah. Whatever
Just
it says, I
taller.
can see Tom. Yeah, Hardy. I can see Tom Hardy if he wasn't Eddie Brock already, but I think the Jason Momoa would be better. Yeah, yeah.
Ooh.
Dang, Jason Momoa.
I think they're saving Jason for someone else.
Yeah. Or even Dave Bautista, the body.
Yeah.
Saturday Morning says it was a Chippendale Rescue Rangers. We were uncomfortable, but it's because they weren't clips and images but full episode segments. They blocked the show from the video, making it pointless. Ooh, Chippendales.
Next
The
time, dispute
Chippendale.
it first before you take it down. That's what I learned. Dispute. It's commentary, and see where it goes from there. If they say, hey, no, that's not okay, we're still saying you can't do it, I mean, what's the harm in it? I mean,
Yeah.
you're doing your best to be the best channel you can possibly be, Kate. And honestly, I don't see a problem with doing what you did. It's also a show that's been out for 30 years. The copyright's got to be almost up. I don't know how long copyrights last for. I think it's only 20 years, unless they re-up it. So, anyways, what do we know about Kraven so far?
He's Russian.
The movie. We know who Kraven is. That's what we've been talking about for the past half hour. We know he's Russian. We know that he's not on the side of Ukraine, but he's also obviously not on the side of Russia right now. He's one of those. He's a mercenary.
This is us trying to be woke. And
no, but seriously, I don't want to take that situation too lightly. I do want to say to all my Ukrainian students that I've ever had, to everyone in Ukraine right now, to everyone who has family still in Ukraine, Rochester is a huge melting pot of Ukrainian families.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, my heart and soul goes out to you guys. I don't even have the words to express how deeply saddened I am that any of this is going on right now.
Yeah, that is true. Like on a serious note, yeah, it's really like scary just to see everything on the news and everything that I've been seeing. Like when I was eating dinner or after I ate dinner, I played with Nutmeg. On the news was saying a lot of like they were expecting like I think 10,000 Ukrainians into Poland, into one trade station a day. They're expecting that. And they said it's going to require a lot of humanitarian work for them to get everybody out. And it's going to cost over $1 billion just for the first 3 months.
Yeah.
And what surprised me is when they said 3 months, because, like, we know it's not going to end any time soon, but that means that they're preparing for this to be a very long and drawn out thing. And
for sure.
it's sad that a lot of people are being displaced and potential lives would be lost if it becomes a full-blown war.
Yeah.
And
Putin's already said if anyone gets involved, they're going to see something that history's never seen before. So he's basically threatening nuclear war, and like that's scary. That's nothing to joke about.
Yeah, and the U.S. can't afford another war, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, wars, like, regardless of like lives to you and everything, which is very important.
Yep.
What it does to an economy is also bad, because it's not like, even though those who are not fighting in it are extremely affected because of the economics of it all. Prices go up, and some people who are really struggling right now are going to struggle even more. And then
exactly
the situation we're in now is just really, really, really bad.
Yeah, our prayers go out to all the Ukrainians, all the Russians who are also
who are not on the side of who do not support this war,
and who are just, even the soldiers who are just being told to do what they do. And that, I mean, that's the hardest part, is whether you believe in it or not, sometimes you got to do something. And I mean, my heart goes out to every single person involved in this. And whether you're making the right choice or wrong choice, I hope that people start making the best choices they can, and that it turns around in the next few months, even weeks, hopefully. But yeah, on a brighter note, so Kraven, we know that Aaron Taylor Johnson has taken on the role of Kraven. Way back when the lounge first started, there was talk of another Kraven possibly taking the role. And this is kind of what we got. This was like an artist rendering of who Kraven could be in the MCU, Sony Spider-Verse.
Who's that? That person kind of looks familiar. I don't know if it's based on someone.
I can't remember his name. We talked about him not too a while ago. This was when Kraven was first thought to possibly be in No Way Home, and then they decided to go. Okay, there's another.
Dude, this is how you know you made it. This is how you know you made it. Is when you get bots like these in your channel.
Maybe it's what's his face? Hoarder's finally coming back.
Orders of his year, what's up?
So that was back when we first found or thought that Kraven was going to be in No Way Home as one of the Sinister Six, one of the main villains hunting down Spider-Man. And I'll look up who that was. I honestly can't remember right off the top of my head, but
I heard Russell Crowe is signed on already.
Who is it?
Russell Crowe.
Oh yeah, I heard about that one too.
Gladiator.
Who's he gonna play?
I'm reading the article right now, but it's not saying anything. It's saying that he's being kept a secret right now.
Okay.
But they put it, as they put it, he's being kept in a cage. So I think that was clever for them. I wonder if this multiverse stuff coming will bring a new Quicksilver to MCU. I only say this because having mutants and X-Men stuff with no Quicksilver kind of sucks. Well said, ways.
Someone once said Henry Cavill should play Kraven. Personally, I think Henry needs to get the hell out of superhero movies.
Why?
But I am not a fan of him as Superman. I like him as Superman. I'm okay with him as Superman, but like just I don't know if it's because I'm not a fan of Superman or if it's just because I'm not a fan
You're not
of
American,
him.
then?
But it's just
I'm just kidding.
it's just so I don't know. There's something about the way that he's written in Justice League that really makes me not want to see him in another movie.
I think for me personally, I think he was a good Superman. Like he had the look and everything, the physique.
He has the
Man
look,
of
but I
Steel.
don't think he has the humanity, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have the human side of
Is it because he's too good looking?
There's a lot of actors that people have thought should play Kraven that actually might work.
No, but
Pedro
I know.
Pascal,
Ooh, Pedro.
Joel Kinnaman, but that's not who that's a picture of. So what the hell? What was his name? I'm gonna keep looking this up.
Some people wanted Keanu Reeves for it.
I heard that. I heard Joe Manganiello, who played Deathstroke in Justice League.
Oh, yeah.
Dawn of Justice.
Rodrigo Santoro. Kind of looks like the photo that you showed.
I don't think that was his name. Luke Evans was another name that was tossed around.
Luke Evans.
That actually might be him.
Is it Scott Adkins? Kind of looks like him too.
Luke Evans is from the live action Beauty and the Beast. He played Gaston.
I didn't see that movie, and I vaguely remember the trailer. So I have to look it up. What about Josh Brolin? Some saying that they want that.
I could see that. I think.
Ooh, I can see
I
this.
think
Jeffrey,
they want him for everything.
Morgan, yeah. Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Okay.
He played the comedian and Negan. He has that good look.
Yeah, Manu Bennett, from Arrow. He played Deathstroke in Arrow. People wanted him, like we said, Henry Cavill.
Jason Momoa. People want Jason Momoa.
Who the hell is this guy? I can find the picture, but I can't find the actual name.
Put up that picture again. Maybe some of our audience members could help us.
Let's do it. Who is it?
Oh, here we go.
That guy?
Joel Kinnaman.
Is that him?
Yeah, I just saw. That's why, because I saw this picture, and that's why I asked you to put up the picture, and it looked strikingly resembles him.
Oh, yep. That's who it is.
Yeah. So we found him. Yeah. Oh my God! Wait, this looks like the exact same photo. Oh my God! It is. I just put a score over him. What the fuck?
Yep.
Oh, yay! We found him.
Yeah. As soon as you said Joel, I was like, that sounds so familiar. But then I was like, no, that can't be it. Daryl from Walking Dead as a Ghost Rider would be really cool.
Want Daryl from Walking Dead to be Ghost Rider? I can't see.
I wonder if this multiverse stuff will bring a new Quicksilver to the MCU. I only say this because Mutants and X-Men stuff with no Quicksilver kind of sucks. I agree. But I also think that it's going to be interesting to see if they use the kid they used in Days of Future Past and who showed up in the WandaVision show. I really like him as Quicksilver. I'm not a fan of him as an actor in pretty much anything else I've seen him in, which was pretty much only American Horror Story, just because I didn't like American Horror Story. I know you can hate me all you want, but
I've never seen it.
It was too predictable. I can't stand horror that's predictable. That's why I'm more of a thriller guy than a horror guy.
Very quick, everyone. This is the guy we're talking about. Oh, yeah, I should lower my brightness.
Yeah, Joel Kinnaman was originally thought to be Kraven until they came out with Aaron Taylor Johnson as being cast as Kraven. And then this has been in development for a number of years. And
yeah, because they said that you wanted him for Spider-Man 3.
Yeah. And then we get to hear his voice in Spider-Man 2, the PS5 video game.
Oh, as what? Was he Kraven?
Well,
I
we
didn't.
get to hear
I didn't play
Kraven's
the
voice.
game. Oh,
It's the one that's coming out not too soon. The one thing I do find interesting about their choice is Aaron Taylor Johnson's only 5'11". And I feel like Kraven's got to be like this hulking monster who's tall and fit.
so
I don't know
Jason
how tall
Momoa.
he's meant to be in the comic. Yeah, like Jason Momoa tall.
Is that going to be our standard now? Like, how tall is it going to be?
How tall is he? Jason Momoa.
Spin the wheel. Carl Urban. I just saw that one. How tall do you think Kraven? Not Kraven. Like, what do you think of Carl Urban?
I don't know who that is.
From the boys?
I have to see a picture.
I got you. Oh, let me lower
One
the
thing I
brightness.
do want to see that I'm really. Oh, yep. Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. Well, Kraven's 6 feet in the comics.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, next to Tom Holland, he's definitely going to be tall.
Like he's 1 inch away from 6 feet.
Interesting.
My brother's 5'11", and I'm only 5'5". Anyways, I used to think Wolverine is taller than he is in the comic. Dude, I could play Wolverine. Just give me a chance to be.
There you go.
Like I'm 5'5", he's 5'3" in the comics.
Put me in Marvel.
Get us short people chances.
So this is the reveal trailer for the video game that's coming out next year or at the end of this year. I can't remember.
Are you really 6'4"?
Me?
No, wait. He says he's 6'4".
Oh, I'm 6'5".
You're 6'5"?
Yeah.
For real?
Yep.
Damn,
that's what it says on my ID.
For as long as I can remember, I have looked for an equal.
Tell me that's not Kraven.
One who could push me. One who could surprise me. One who could even beat me.
Like push him, surprise him, beat him.
Disappointment.
And he was disappointed.
That sounds like Kraven.
Will one of you finally give me what I desire?
So does it reveal Kraven?
Yes. We will.
Damn, Venom? Venom went Russian? It's Venom at the end, though.
2023. So next year. I keep forgetting what year it is.
It's 2022, homie. Wait, so Chris, like you're not messing with us, right? Oh, you really 6'5"?
Yep.
For real?
Yep.
Yeah. Dude, if we stand next to each other, if we ever meet in real life, it's going to be weird. So I'm going to be so short, but like, dude, what the fuck? It's not fair. Why the white boys always got to be tall?
Because that's the only way we can date Spanish women.
Oh. That's true. Actually, no. Spanish people actually are pretty tall, actually.
Yeah, they are.
People from Spain. Just like it's like when you hit like Mexico downwards, we kind of get short. But there are some exceptions, though.
That is Venom at the end, and this is why I'm kind of leading to believe that Sony's using this video game as a way to test out Kraven, Venom, Miles, all three of them in the same storyline before they do it in a movie.
You see how it looks, how people might see like, oh, how are these people, even though it's a video game, possibly it's going to be like a mini movie too, because I'm pretty sure the cutscenes are to be a good amount of time.
Oh yeah.
I like games like that. Like how they go into like how like visually do they look.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't really expect to see these characters. Maybe some wouldn't expect that to happen. Yeah, that does sound like Kraven. Like I want someone to challenge me.
Yeah.
Everything. Like the walking, like the footsteps, kind of sound like chains or something like gear wise.
Yep.
Even though it shows Venom, maybe Kraven's next to him or behind him or something.
So I guess that's my next question for you. If we see Kraven, well, when we see Kraven, do you want a Kraven who relies on old school weapons like spears, daggers, knives, swords, like he did in the early comics? Or do you want to see a Kraven who is more modernized? Chat, let me know what you guys think too. I'd love to hear it.
I would like to have an old school Kraven because that's what made him Kraven. He had these guns. Guns. He had guns and everything at his disposal, but he never used them. He uses spears. He uses his bare hands. That's what makes Kraven badass. And I would love to see that. And I don't want a modernized Kraven because then it's going to be what's the difference between him and the Punisher?
Yep.
I mean,
Russian.
like that's Russian. But yeah,
the accent, that's the only difference.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, that's like that. I want an old school one. I want him using like that. I don't want him using guns.
Yeah. No, I totally agree.
Kraven.
I want that old school Kraven that we know and love to hate, fighting off Spider-Man and using his instincts to go against Spider-Man and Spider-Man's instincts. Like, that's what I love about them. They both have their own little like advantages, but also disadvantages at the exact same time.
Mm-hmm.
That would be really sweet too. I'm almost wondering if they're going to do an origin story for Kraven and then tie him into what they've already done.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably will do an origin story because just for those who are not hardcore Spider-Man fans, there needs to be some origin story or have the origin as like cutscenes. I mean, I think either one will work.
I can see that.
But I'll be very disappointed to not include a scene of where they're pouring water on his chest. It magically becomes Kraven. They have to add that scene, or else I'll be pissed. I'll boycott the movie if I don't see that in the trailer or in the movie.
Yeah.
That's how he becomes Kraven. Just opening up the shirt. He's good.
Yeah. Everyone, once again, huge shout out tonight of Khonshu for becoming a channel member tonight. And a huge shout out to that super chat that he put in there. Or she, I don't know. I'm just guessing he.
True MVP.
They. Huge shout out to them tonight for that super chat. Thank you so much. It means a lot to the panel and the channel. I think I love the fact that they're going to be doing, or that they could do Last Hunt. Like, that is something that would be really fun to see, where I think in Last Hunt, Kraven kills Spider-Man, right? Or is it the other? Kraven kills himself trying to kill Spider-Man? It's been so long since I've looked up the Last Hunt.
I never read the Last Hunt. I need to read the Last Hunt. I know gist of it. But didn't he kill Spider-Man? I don't think he killed Spider-Man because there's a reason why there's a comic of him, Spider-Man coming out of the grave.
Yeah.
I always thought that was the coolest cover ever. That was in the encyclopedia that I had.
While Spider-Man goes after Vermin, Kraven retires to his home, reminiscing about his past and peace he now feels, and commits suicide with a rifle. He leaves a confession of his burying and impersonating Spider-Man for the police to find, complete with photographic proof.
Yeah, Chris, this is the book I was talking about.
Oh, nice. That's really cool.
I don't know if you've seen it before, have you?
I think I've seen it in Barnes and Noble once or twice. But I
I
don't
haven't
own
been
it.
able to find this one anymore. I wish I still had it. Might buy it again just to get it.
I definitely haven't seen it recently. I can say that because I've been looking at Barnes and Noble every time I go for comics and stuff, just to see what they have, and I haven't seen anything like that in probably about a good decade.
Now, a lot of these I'm seeing on like secondhand stores, like bookstores. So where I find it. Yeah, Last Hunt. Yeah, they might do a Last Hunt. Do you think they might do it right off the bat? Do you think they might save him, save to see how this character does, and then whatever future movies they want before they save like a really like iconic storyline?
So, if Zack Snyder has anything to do with it, there's going to be a 9-minute intro with a 3-minute horse scene.
No, it's going to be 10 minutes now. 10-minute horse scene. It's going to be
10-minute horse scene.
Riding a lion.
That I could get behind, though. That's a little bit more interesting than just riding a horse and we're watching him do that a mile away for 3 minutes. Like, what?
Oh, yeah, scratch that. He's going to be riding a zebra.
But if Zack Snyder's directing, then it's going to be like the second movie and they'll just kill off Spider-Man in that movie or kill off Kraven in that movie and not lead up to anything and then get pissed off because now they've got to bring him back to life. But honestly, I don't think they should do Last Hunt right away. I think it should be like at the end of a trilogy and a trilogy that ties into other stuff. So like we don't see Kraven in just 1, 2, and 3. We see Kraven and maybe Morbius, Kraven and maybe Venom, Kraven versus Spider-Man in a movie, a second Kraven movie where he's kind of trying to figure stuff out, and then we see Kraven the Last Hunt. Because there's so much more to Kraven than just him being a rogue of Spider-Man.
Yeah, I don't want him to be a one-off character.
No, if they do him as a one-off character, fans are going to be in an uproar. And that might be the final nail in the coffin for Sony to have to give up the rights of Spider-Man. So
personally, I kind of like the way they're doing it right now.
Yeah.
With their villain.
So the Last Hunt storyline is where Kraven hunts down Spider-Man, defeats him, shoots him to death, and buries him, and puts on a costume to prove himself superior at his adversary's former activities. While spending time roaming New York and brutally attacking criminals, Kraven culminates his crusade with his successful unarmed capture of Vermin, whom Spider-Man previously needed the help of Captain America to defeat. After 2 weeks, Spider-Man revives from the effects of Kraven's tranquilizer dart and digs his way out of the grave. When Spider-Man confronts Kraven, the Hunter does not fight back, considering himself the victor, and his final point made, Kraven then releases Vermin, who attacks Spider-Man, thinking him to be one who so brutally beat him before. Vermin's able to defeat Spider-Man, but Kraven intervenes before Vermin can kill him. Allows Vermin to go free, tells Spider-Man he can pursue him if he desires, but Kraven's hunting days have ended. And then that's where he offs himself, unfortunately, but he leaves a confession of burying and impersonating Spider-Man for the police to find. Spider-Man catches up with Vermin and lures him above ground, where sensory overload renders him helpless. He turns Vermin over to the police and goes home to his wife.
Yeah.
I mean, the coolest thing about The Last Hunt is that it's not just happening like in a couple issues. This was 2 issues of Amazing Spider-Man, 2 issues of Web of Spider-Man, and 2 issues of Spectacular Spider-Man. And then they retired Kraven's character until 2009. Like, they literally made it so that Kraven literally had his last hunt. And then just kind of were like, okay, let's leave Kraven alone for a little while. And I like that. I like when they kind of shelve a villain or someone for quite some time and then bring them back when they're necessary or when they're kind of needed to push a story along. And I feel like that's what they did with the Hunted storyline and then the Ben Reilly storyline from Beyond 10 issues ago now. And it really just kind of speaks to the way that Marvel's writers are able to use these different characters and their rogue gallery in order to build a universe that can last for 60 plus years.
I agree.
So another question I have for you, Alex, and then obviously the chat, which Spider-Man should Kraven fight? Out of the three we've seen, who do you want Kraven to take on?
Honestly, we could go. We all know that we all know each other and everything. I want him to go for Toby, and the reason why is because he's the more experienced one
Yeah.
and everything. And I would like to see that happen. Because he's not going to see Tom Holland as a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
He's not going to see Andrew Garfield as a challenge either. But he might see Toby as a challenge, mainly because of like how long he's been Spider-Man. He's honing in his powers and everything. And I think he just might want to go after him.
I totally understand where Wayways is coming from. Andrew Garfield would be a really good matchup with Aaron Taylor Johnson as Kraven. But I really think that a cool way to do Kraven for the very first time would be to put him up against Toby. And like Toby's kind of, it almost seems like he's hung up the suit.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's another thing I was just saying. Because like he seems like Spider-Man might be like, I'm done, but he might bring him back out.
Saying, and Kraven's like, I want to see if I can beat you. Yeah. But Aaron Taylor Johnson and Toby, I feel like Aaron's a little younger to the point where it might not be a believable matchup. Like if I were Kraven in Toby's universe, I feel like I'd be about Toby's age wanting to battle him. Kraven doesn't fight the unfair fight. He challenges the victor and becomes victorious. So I kind of do agree with Wayways that Andrew Garfield be the perfect matchup for who we're seeing. If we saw an older version of Kraven, totally agree that Toby would be perfect.
Like a Carl Urban Kraven or Jason Momoa Kraven. You are a little older. Or he even look older, yeah.
Like there's a lot of different characters that we could see go up against Toby. I think to bring back Green Goblin wouldn't be out of the realm of possibility. But I also think we've seen the last of Toby as a solo Spider-Man. I don't think that they're going to bring him back solo. I think
he's going to be a supporting character.
Yeah. Based on what we got from No Way Home, a lot of people were a huge fan of Andrew Garfield's performance. Like that pretty much saved his entire franchise.
Yeah, even though I didn't like the movies, I'm sorry, Chris, please don't kick me off. I did not like Andrew Garfield's performance in The Amazing Spider-Man. That's me. I'll have to watch it again. Maybe I might change it. But I thought he did a much better job in No Way Home. To be honest, like his performance was next level. And it makes me want to see a new movie with him.
Yeah. I loved Toby's movies when they first came out, but I was 10 years old when they first came out. So everything's better when you're 10 years old because you don't have to pay bills. You don't have any of that stuff that you're dealing with. You're just kind of living life. And Spider-Man was on the big screen and I got to go see it with my dad. And like, I'm a 10-year-old going to see a PG-13 movie. My dad's like, don't worry about it. It's all good. And you're seeing Doc Ock, you're seeing Green Goblin, you're seeing, actually, I don't think I saw Spider-Man 3 in theaters. Yeah, I honestly don't think I did. My dad and I were just kind of like, whatever. And plus, it was a little bit farther after the other two, so I was probably middle school or so by then. So, yeah, Spider-Man 1 and 2 with Toby were just phenomenal movies. They did not age well with the CGI. Like, you can see every little thing that's wrong by today's standards. But I mean, I'm sure we're going to look back in 20 years on these movies that came out in 2008 with Iron Man and be like, wow, that CGI is horrible.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3 is everyone's least favorite. I can literally speak for the entire world that Spider-Man 3 is everyone's least favorite Spider-Man movie. Topher Grace should have never been Venom. End of discussion.
Yeah, the worst casting decision. Even I didn't know that much about Venom, to be honest, when I saw it, because I was younger. But
Yeah.
even I knew he did not have a Venom feel.
The Venom Carnage team up in Spider-Man Unlimited, the animated show, and those were just two goofy like symbiotes that didn't have a host and whatnot. Like they were the worst symbiotes I've ever seen, and like they got along, but they were kind of like the two demons from Hercules. That's basically what I can compare them to. And that was better than Topher Grace's Venom.
Yeah.
I would agree. Spider-Man 2 is one of the best. Again, it hasn't aged as well. I do love the way they adapted Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2. Obviously, there should have never been a Green Goblin in Spider-Man 2, but they were trying to fit a lot in because they were concerned about Marvel taking over, and I get it. But you take that out, you take that scene out, and it completely turns around that movie without a shadow of a doubt in my mind.
Nice.
Nice. Dude, Spectacular Spider-Man was good. I liked it.
It is good. Yeah, so, I think, I can see your point. Yeah, it might be cool to see, well, not might be cool. It would be cool to see Andrew Garfield go up against Kraven.
Yeah.
It'd be unexpected for him. He's like, what? Am I gotta fight somebody new now?
I still want to see Andrew Garfield go up against Tom Hardy, though. I think that would be a really good matchup.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's sweet. I like that.
Because he's the only one. Plus, Andrew Garfield's the only one that hasn't gone up against an alien.
Yeah.
He wants to fight an alien.
And I also don't think the MCU is ready for a symbiote yet. Obviously, post No Way Home, you could say there's one in the MCU that's going to look for Tom Holland, but I really think they're going to hold off on that until they do a Secret Wars storyline.
Until they do more with Tom Hardy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think they're going to do any Kraven Morbius crossovers?
Maybe. I think there might be something. We might get a Kraven Easter egg in Morbius once it comes out. I have a feeling that might happen. Kraven's going to be the next Sony movie after Morbius.
Yep.
Right? Yeah.
It's a year, 11 months away.
Yeah.
January 13th of 2023.
If everything goes smoothly. Yeah. So, I think they might put a little Easter egg. Maybe a post-credit scene. Or an end credit scene.
Yeah, maybe Kraven's first hunt is going after Morbius.
No.
Not
my boy.
That's kind of what we saw in the animated series, if I remember correctly. Morbius was kind of hunting vampires alongside Blade, and maybe Kraven is going to take on that hunter persona in the Sony universe of Marvel characters, SUMC, or SPUMC. I think it's SUMC though. I think that would be kind of interesting to see him go after Morbius and be like, I want to see if I'm better than this guy. I want to, this is something that's actually kind of cool.
Yeah, go after a living vampire. I can see that him wanting to challenge himself. Because Morbius is not human.
Yes.
Or full-blown human.
Are you talking Black Cat in Amazing Spider-Man 3? That's what I'm wondering. And Midnight Suns, yes. Midnight Suns would be really sweet to see. I can't wait for a Midnight Suns movie. Now that we have I think Moon Knight's a Midnight Sun. Ghost Rider definitely is. But now that there's talk of another Ghost Rider being introduced soon and just people wanting Ghost Rider, I could see Midnight Suns coming soon. Really?
Yeah, I think he'd make a cool Ghost Rider.
Okay.
He's a motorcycle fan in real life. So I think he'll give the love of motorcycles and everything.
I was kind of hoping that they would continue with the Ghost Rider we saw in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Bobby Reyes?
Yeah.
I think, that'd be cool, but I think they might need to do Johnny Blaze one more time, then ease into Bobby Reyes again. Actually, no, because this agency is part like MCU canon.
Who?
Bobby Reyes with the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. That's canon, isn't it? That show?
Stuff affected. This is the way it was explained to me recently. Stuff in the MCU affected Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it wasn't truly, or it's no longer truly canon.
Oh.
Because I don't know. And I guess the same goes for the Netflix shows somewhat.
No, I think the Netflix shows are canon, though.
I think now they are, but like a year ago they weren't. Like now they're saying, oh yeah, those can be canon. But I'm not sure. I think it depends on who you talk to as well.
I always heard that they were canon.
I always thought they were too, but I've seen people also say no, they're not canon. They just kind of had references to the MCU and little Easter eggs and stuff that wasn't canon. And I'm like, but it should be canon.
Because they mentioned the Hulk at one point, I think.
Yeah.
Because I think they were talking about Luke Cage versus the Hulk. Like, if you want to go up against him or who will win.
Mm-hmm. I'm kind of hoping that Andrew Garfield ends up meeting MJ. His version of MJ. And we get to see that play out with Venom involved. Because I love the way that Venom plays MJ against Spider-Man. I think that's a really cool dynamic.
Yeah, that'd be really cool to see. Oh, Cali Comics said in I'm sorry 4 and 5.
That originally, so he was saying Tom Holland 3 and 4, and I was like, but Tom Holland's had a 3. I could see Black Cat coming in the MCU. I really hope they do something with Black Cat. I talked 2 weeks ago about her and a lot of other female characters that they're bringing in. I think that Madam Web is going to be part of this whole Kraven Morbius intertwined story. I think Sony's just really doing a great job of setting something up that's happening all together, and then they'll kind of mash it into one big movie or one big trilogy with a Spider-Man or multiple Spider-Men that then brings about a bigger villain for those characters to deal with.
Yeah.
Almost like an enemy of my enemy is my friend type of thing.
Yeah, that is true. I just wish DC would do the same.
Yeah. DC's Peacemaker was really good. I need to get caught up on it, but I mean, it was a really good show from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, I need to watch it.
And I need to get caught up on the Arrowverse and the Flashverse and all that, but honestly, I'm liking what they're doing there. But then you throw in this crap with Flashpoint all of a sudden, like, let's go back and save my mom when we don't even know who this Flash character really is or how long his mom's been gone. Like, it took the Flash TV show 3 seasons to do Flashpoint. Like, that's not just something you can do like that. That's a big storyline. Again, DC jumping the gun on storylines. There was no reason. Yeah, there was no reason to kill off Superman in 2 movies just to bring about Steppenwolf and start the mother boxes. Like, that was just stupid.
I think they're just trying to play, yeah, well, we've said it before. They're playing catch up with Marvel. They're trying to get their things as big as Marvel, but
don't tell DC fanboys that though.
Yeah, they need to take their time, slow it down.
Yep.
Just get everything right. It's okay. Like you have time. People always go see the movies.
Yep.
Like you're doing well with your animated movies. Take a picture of the animated movies.
Yeah.
They build it up and they could translate well into live action. Just don't watch things.
And then don't have your directors like fighting against each other for casting. Like Zack Snyder, I think it was, said that he didn't want the Barry Allen from the Arrowverse because he was too lighthearted. I'm like, I'm sure he can play a darker version of the Flash if you ask him to, but I'm pretty sure the Flash in the Justice League is trash and was extremely lighthearted to the point where he didn't even understand that he was touching Wonder Woman's boob. Like, hello.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like I don't know, I didn't like the Flash in the movies.
And I like again, Ezra Miller's not a good actor. I've never been a fan of his work. When we saw him in Fantastic Beasts, we saw more of him as this giant cloud, the Obscura, than anything else. He hardly had any lines, and he was just this quiet kid who kept to himself that was scared as can be. And it's like, it's kind of easy to play that character. You don't really have to do much except for be like emo. I mean, that's kind of what he was. And I mean, yes, it was a big role and whatnot for that movie, but he didn't have much screen time. He didn't have much range. And then you put him in Justice League and it's like, I'm going to join because I need friends. Like, really? Yeah, that's a reason to join the Justice League now? You need friends?
Socially awkward.
Yeah.
It's weird.
That was just the dumb part of that movie. I was like, come on. We couldn't think of a better line for the Flash?
Yeah, like I can kind of get that they want the socially awkward kind of like trope. People think that they like that, they can relate, but honestly, you just it's kind of overdone. We don't need that in a superhero movie.
Remember when Ezra choked out a girl?
I know, I saw that.
And no one at DC said a word about it?
If it was Marvel would be like, fuck you, you out.
Yeah. Someone brought up something from James Gunn past and they were like, bye. And it's like, hold on a second. That was 20 years ago. Like, people change. We're talking about something that literally just happened where he literally put his hands on a girl's neck and all the DC fanboys are like, oh, no, he didn't mean it. They were joking around. Really?
Yeah, I was like, there's no excuse for that.
But if anyone else would have done that, it would have been an uproar, and any other celebrity, I don't know. But I got to get going. I've got to continue to clean up this mess that is the basement. We're taking pictures of the house Wednesday to put on the market next week.
Something looked different. Something looked different.
The bookshelf that was here is gone.
Yeah, that's what
the
I think.
Bookshelf that's here is gone. Yeah.
I just thought you moved your camera.
Nope. So.
Yeah. Sorry, you cut out.
But yeah. Sorry, that's just my wife calling me, wonder where I'm at.
Just tell her you're somewhere else. I'm getting chicken nuggets from McDonald's. But yeah, enjoy your weekend, fellas. You too, Cali Comics. Thank you for everyone who joined us tonight. It was really fun. Thank you, Chris, for having me on.
Of course.
And we look forward to talking to you all. Maybe we might switch it up next week. We might not. Maybe Spider-Man related. May not be. It most likely will be Spider-Man related, which is fine. It'll be cool. Because there's a lot of cool stuff coming about Spider-Man universe, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot to talk about, and I enjoy talking about Spider-Man.
So I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night.
All right. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.